Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Sunday, May 2, 2021. Al Jazeera report. Colombia's president withdrawing tax reforms after mass protests. Colombian President Ivan Duque has said he is withdrawing a contentious tax reform proposal after thousands of protesters took to the streets across the South American nation for several days to denounce the measures. In a video on Sunday, Duque said he would ask Congress to withdraw the law proposed by the Finance Ministry and urgently process a new law that is the fruit of consensus, in order to avoid financial uncertainty.
Deutsche Welle report. Washington rejects U.S.-Iranian prisoner swap reports. The United States swiftly denied reports about a prisoner swap agreement with Iran, after Iranian state media and a pro-Iranian Lebanese TV channel reported on the alleged deals. State Department spokesman Ned Price said the reports are not true. White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain also told U.S. media that there is no agreement for a prisoner swap. Iran's UN envoy later said the reports also were not confirmed.
CNN report. The UK is already stretched to breaking point. Boris Johnson's pile of scandals isn't helping matters. Life isn't much fun for Boris Johnson at the moment. Despite the United Kingdom's successful COVID-19 vaccine rollout and an end to lockdown in sight, the British Prime Minister finds himself engulfed in scandals less than a week before crucial elections take place. The scandals range from allegations that he said he'd rather let the bodies pile high in their thousands than impose another lockdown to a formal investigation into exactly how he paid for a refurbishment to his apartment in Downing Street.
Deutsche Welle report. Jürgen Habermas turns down UAE award over human rights concerns. Prominent German sociologist and philosopher Jürgen Habermas turned down a book award from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, on Sunday because of concerns about human rights in the Gulf nation. The 91-year-old intellectual had previously accepted the award. "I declared my willingness to accept this year's Sheikh Zayed Book Award. That was a wrong decision, which I correct hereby," Habermas said in a statement shared with the German Spiegel online news website.
Fox report. Iranian foreign minister apologizes for leaked comments on John Kerry, other issues. Iran's foreign minister apologized Sunday for recorded comments that were leaked to the public last week that offered a blunt appraisal of the country's power struggles, sparking a political firestorm in Iran less than 2 months before presidential elections and apparently drawing the ire of Iran's supreme leader. The recordings of Mohammad Javad Zarif included frank comments about the powerful late Iranian Gen.
CNN report. Prince William and Kate release photo of their daughter Charlotte for her 6th birthday. Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, on Saturday released a new photograph of their daughter, Princess Charlotte, to mark her 6th birthday. The photo shows Charlotte in a blue floral collared dress, buttoned down the front. She is looking directly at the photographer, identified by Kensington Palace as her mother Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. According to Kensington Palace, the photo was taken this weekend in Norfolk, England, ahead of Charlotte's birthday on May 2.
BBC report. South Africa to ban lion breeding for cub petting. The move comes after the results were published from a 2-year study into the controversial practice of captive lion breeding. It found that the practice risked conservation efforts and harmed wild animals. South Africa's government accepted the panel's recommendations, which could anger the hunting industry. What the majority report says. With regards to captive breeding of lions, it says we must halt and reverse the domestication of lions through captive breeding and keeping, Environment Minister Barbara Creecy said.
Al Jazeera report. Several Europe-bound migrants drown off Libya coast, UN. At least 11 people drowned when a rubber dinghy carrying 24 Europe-bound migrants capsized off Libya, the UN Migration Agency said. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, said the tragedy took place on Sunday near the western town of Zawiya. The Libyan Coast Guard saved the lives of 12 migrants, it said in a Twitter post. The continuous loss of life calls for an urgent change in approach to the situation in Libya and the Central Med, the IOM tweeted.
BBC report. Italian rapper Fedez accuses state TV of censorship attempt. Fedez said the broadcaster, RAI, had asked him to submit his planned remarks before the performance on Saturday. The rapper refused and went ahead with his criticism of homophobic statements by members of Italy's right-wing League Party. Rai denied trying to censor the rapper. Fedesz alleged that the TV executive asked him to omit the names of politicians he planned to criticize during his performance at Saturday's concert, which was aired by Rai 3.
CNN report. Fractures in GOP on full display as Cheney faces renewed criticism for bucking Trump and disagreeing with McCarthy in public. House Conference Chairwoman Rep. Liz Cheney is once again facing the ire of her colleagues and GOP voters, laying bare the ongoing and internal divisions within the GOP about how Republicans should move forward in the wake of former President Donald Trump. In the last week, Cheney has opened the door to running for president in 2024 and blasted colleagues in the Senate who supported efforts to challenge the election results on January 6.
Deutsche Welle report. Rome. Colosseum stage to give visitors a gladiator's view. The Colosseum in Rome will be getting a new arena floor, allowing visitors to see the nearly 2,000-year-old structure from the point of view of the gladiators who once fought there. Italy's culture minister unveiled the winning design on Sunday, with the project slated to be completed by 2023. An engineering firm from Milan beat out 10 competitors with their design for a wooden slat stage. The 3,000 square meter, 32,300 square foot structure will extend over the currently floorless Colosseum, covering the remains of walls and tunnels that were once below the floor of the arena.
CNN report. United Cajun Navy suspends coordinated search efforts for missing Sea Corps crew members. The United Cajun Navy, the nonprofit volunteer group that aids in search and rescue operations, is suspending its search efforts for the missing crew members of the commercial liftboat that capsized last month. 19 people were on board the Sea Corps Power, a 129-foot commercial liftboat, when it capsized April 13 about 7 miles off the coast of Louisiana, according to the U.S. Coast Guard. 6 people were rescued, 6 bodies have been recovered and 7 people remain missing.
Al Jazeera report. Kyrgyzstan says ceasefire with Tajikistan holding after clashes. Kyrgyzstan has said a ceasefire with Tajikistan was holding on Sunday, as it accused citizens from its Central Asian neighbor of crimes during the pair's worst clashes at their contested border in decades. The Kyrgyz Interior Ministry said casualties on its side had risen to more than 160, with 34 deaths, 31 of whom were civilians. The ministry also said it had opened 11 criminal cases against citizens of Tajikistan in connection with the violence, including investigations into murder and illegal border crossings.
BBC report. India elections, Modi party defeated in battleground West Bengal. The BJP targeted West Bengal heavily during campaigning, but it was comfortably held by the incumbent Mamata Banerjee, a fierce Modi critic. The party held power in Assam but failed to make major gains elsewhere. The vote has been closely watched for signs of a backlash against Mr. Modi amid India's COVID crisis. With almost all the results counted, the Trinamool Congress Party, TMC, of Mamata Banerjee has more than 200 seats in the 294-seat assembly.
Fox report. Florida first responders free woman, daughter from mobile home crushed by large tree. Truly a miracle. A family in Florida is grateful to first responders who rescued them after a large tree crushed their mobile home, according to WOFL, the Fox-owned TV station in Orlando. Crystal Cazella and her mom, Michelle Warren, were in the house when the tree fell on the daughter's bedroom in Ormond Beach on Saturday. When it fell, I didn't know if I was going to make it out, Cazella said. I already heard it coming. And I thought better just lay here and take it.
Fox report. Indian court urges government action as hospitals cry help. With Indian hospitals struggling to secure a steady supply of oxygen, and more COVID-19 patients dying amid the shortages, a court in New Delhi said it would start punishing government officials for failing to deliver the life-saving items. On Sunday, India recorded a slight drop in new infections with 392,488 from a high of 401,993 in the previous 24 hours. It also reported 3,689 additional deaths, bringing the total to 215,542.
Fox report. San Diego boat capsizes killing at least 2, several others hurt. A boat off the coast of San Diego overturned Sunday morning, killing at least 2 of the 24 people on board and prompted a response from emergency crews, according to the city's fire department. The incident happened around 10:15 a.m. off Point Loma near Cabrillo National Monument, which tweeted that the tide pools are temporarily closed. The San Diego Fire Rescue Department said it rescued 25 people from the water and that 2 did not survive.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell.